There we go. Now we have our road network here extended from our first or our initial layout. So I'm thinking of just leaving this space as leaving this space empty, just having some trees there, and just expanding over on this area, as well as creating some kind of suburban areas on maybe on this forest side. So yeah, and then also I created my first intersection here. So this is just a simple one. So this will allow vehicles that are going to this side of the town to enter from this intersection instead of going all the way here and then circling all around town. So that will also ease up the traffic on this road. Now, just something that I noticed that I want to change. I don't want to see parking here. So I'm upgrading this road. Just, I don't like having vehicles parked there. So that's something that we can already do. And then in the future, I'm not yet sure, but in the future we can probably elevate this train track, right? Elevate this a little bit and then have a road come down here and have some settlements or some villages on this side of the town, right? Although I don't think we have a beach area, so we will just have coastal areas and stuff like that. We can also build on this side, but the roads are quite far. So maybe we can have our train extend here and just have this area be accessible by train instead of having it by land. So yeah, this will be our main project in this episode. This is actually the main project, but we'll start growing this one. Also, one of our plans in this episode is to start our public transportation. So in doing that, we will probably have, so in the Philippines we don't have trams here, but we mostly have buses. So I'm thinking having buses go from the main arterial, so this center road here, have buses go down from there and maybe up to this area, right? So this will probably be the main center of our city. So I'm thinking this will be the center. So for the first few buildings, I want to see smaller houses. So I want to see mix of small and big houses in the inside. So I use alleyways here just to mix up the roads. So I haven't used alleys for quite some time. So I think this is a great area to use alleyways, since these are very small pockets of, or smaller blocks here of residential. So I want to have a little mix of road usage, just to have a little mix of assets that are appearing in our city. So I think this is good. Yeah, so I think this will be good for now. I like the European assets. They actually look neat, although it's it has a repeating pattern here. All of the homes are the same. Maybe we can just assume that this is built by a developer. But yeah, the European assets offer a variety of looks. So this one is North American one, and this one is very European. But yeah, having those kinds of different zoning is, I think it looks good. So yeah, so adding those homes will probably have an influx of people coming into the city. So as I've mentioned, as I was saying, that we now have a lot of people coming into the city. So I just want to play that out for a bit. You know, I'm glad that people are using this instead of going all the way there, right? So I think that's good. This project took a while for me to make, but in the end, I am thinking that this will be great for the future. Now, at the moment, I'm thinking of upgrading this road into a 4-lane one, so we can have people from this side going in, and then people in this area coming out that way. Right, so I think we can expand this as a 4-laner, right? Oops, is that bad? I think that's bad. Oh, I have to redo. I have to redo this. I can just remove this and then have it a little like that. I think that's better. And then, you know what? Let's just leave this as a 4-lane and then have like a turn lane here. Right, so we have turn lanes there, and then we'll just have these people merge here. I like that. We also have traffic. We're experiencing traffic here, so I'm thinking just removing the stoplight here. So we don't need the stoplight here. So I just want that to be like a stop sign here, and then what I'm thinking is having a dedicated turn lane, so people coming here that are going to this side of the city, we want them to have a lane, a dedicated lane to come. Oops, don't like what's happening here, but this is what I'm thinking. I want them to have a lane that could come off here, then go like that. So instead of having people turn here, we'll just have people who are going straight, so we don't allow any left turns there. That might serve everything, but we don't want any left turns there. We would just want straight vehicles going straight, and then anyone who are going left or right, sorry, should go on this side. So we're having some kind of jam here. People are coming out of the city, and then some people are entering, so hopefully that gets resolved just with time, right? So people here, so the queue here is gone, so that's why taxis are leaving. So that means that's a signal for me to start zoning again. So I definitely want to have mixed zoning here, although we don't want that big. But this area is, I would say this will be a residential area mainly, but we have this road that we want to have some sort of density coming inside, so we want that to be mixed zoning. So these are European assets, and then we also have, sorry, I will just delete some of this so we can have some mixed houses. So we want this to be North American. Not sure if that already overrides the first zone that we put there, but hopefully that zone's okay. That zone's North American assets. So I like the variety of buildings. I'm not sure if it's realistic, but I like it. Okay, so that's good. And then we want some, actually want some medium density housing as well here. Oops, I don't want the zone that big, so maybe we'll just have something like this, and then we'll run pedestrian paths from just this way to this, like that. And then we can actually put some trees there. So let's do some little bit of let's use the line tool, and then let's decrease that. Then maybe we can, oops, I want to have older trees, so maybe we can do this. Yeah, something like this. I think makes it a little prettier. You know, it also provides some sort of shade for the people that's going by. You can also do some flowers. Yeah, so doing this, I think it also helps increase the walkability of the city. I'm thinking of having pedestrian only roads, although I'm not sure where to place them at the moment. I also forgot to connect this, so I would like to connect this road here, then maybe another connection somewhere over here. Right, I think that's gonna be okay. Then we want to run pedestrian paths over this side, so I don't like that it's that, but I think that works. And then again, we'll probably place some trees here, so let's have birches. Then we can do that. Right, I mean, it's not the prettiest, but it works and it's better than nothing, so I like that. Now we can fill these spaces maybe later when I detail it, so we can do that on stream or on this video, or maybe offline. There's a lot of people coming in again, so this is anticipated since we zoned a lot of things. But looking at this one, everyone is using the turn lane, so that's good. I like that it is getting used, although yeah, some people are still using the main road, I would say. So that's great. I'm thinking of going for 15,000 people, but if that isn't reachable at the moment, I don't think we'll force it. Oops, I don't want to zone that place. One first. Oops. Oh no, I forgot to unzone it. But we'll leave that one not zoned. Thing is, I don't want to zone everything. I want things to look still natural, if you could say that, but I don't think zoning everything is the best way to do it. I also want a road for snapping the side. I want a road coming that way, right? A pedestrian path. It adds flexibility for people who are coming from this area, although it's not a 90. And you see people already using that, but I want it to be a 90. So like that. These are bigger blocks, so I'm thinking of just adding some walkability on these areas. This is a huge block that we can probably convert into a small park or into a park or a route or a place for our schools in the future. But I think that's good for now. As well as this one, we want to add some walking paths here, something like this. Then we can do something. We can do the same here, right? Okay, that's connected. Then a little bit here, right? Doesn't hurt having those pedestrian paths there. We don't have that kind of walkability our first area, so we'll do that. Then we can probably get away. It doesn't have to look perfect, right? It doesn't have to always have to be straight. Yeah, something like this. And then can we squeeze this one in? Move all snapping. There you go. That's perfect, right? It's not too much. It's not much, but it allows people from some sides of the road or some sides of the city to use our to walk instead of just using their cars. We also want to add pedestrian paths here. So I think having pedestrian paths cross like that is good. Then here as well. Okay, just one will do. And then, you know what? Let's add something here. I'm thinking of using the continuous tool. Can we connect that there? I don't like that what do you call this? It destroys the placement of the zebra crossing, but maybe we can do something like this. And then we'll curve again this way. Hopefully connect here. I don't like that it's getting chaotic here, but just that, right? I think that's good. One thing I noticed is that we don't have like pedestrian bridges in the city. The only one I have is the one crossing this to our industrial area. That's the only pedestrian bridge that we have. So maybe in the future when we fill some this middle part with something, we can have this cross like that. But we don't really have any other parts of the city that we have pedestrian that we have pedestrians cross. As I was saying that, I noticed that I want to zone this part of the city as well. So this will be the end. I'm thinking just zoning that. Then this one I might not zone homes there. I'm not sure why only the American assets are zoning. Are these American assets? These are only American assets, but I selected both. So I was thinking that it will be mixed. So what we can do is just do this. Those are EU assets. Those are very different from the ones that are repeating on the one that we placed earlier. But this is a very typical, very typical suburban or small residential buildings. So I think that will do. What? Let's have. Oh no, I can't place homes on that road. So we'll just place some, smaller sized commercial buildings there. And then I want to place pedestrian paths again. That one good. Now I want this to be connected there. Then this one can go down this way. Now I will add a crossing just because that adds some incentive for people who are living in this area. Oops, it's not connected. To just walk instead of riding their car, right? You can probably just walk this one going here. Let's add a little bit more up to that, and then that's it. Now there are no parkings, so I'm thinking of adding parking lots here. So this area we could have some parking lots there, and then maybe where can we add other parking lots? I'm not sure yet, but let's do one here. This is a modest one. Large one does not fit. Can we just do a I mean, there you go. Just have to fix this one. So I'm curious why this isn't being used. So maybe I need to fix something. The connections. All right, that looks better. We have a couple of people using. That's good. Getting some use there. Now let's look at our traffic situation. It's all cleared up now, so we can start adding more buildings now. We're having some issues with ambulances and stuff like that. Let's see if we already have a medical clinic. So I'll probably add a medical clinic somewhere in this side. We already have a medical clinic here, so I'm thinking adding one. So maybe around this side of the town, right? It's not central, so maybe we can add. Oh, doesn't fit there, fortunately. So maybe we can do that, right? It helps these people around this area, since this is a more dense area, right? So we can have some sort of service there. We're still earning money, so that's good. What else do we need to add? I also want to add a little bit of row homes here. So, you know, adding row homes I think is a good idea. Now, instead of filling this one up, I'm thinking of just putting some trees there. So I want it to look something a little more pleasing, maybe something like that. Then I'm planning to add, yeah, trees there, then trees here. Yeah, I don't think that looks bad. Oops. So I zoned this one. Forgot that I zoned this one, so let's remove. Oh, no, that's good. Sorry, it should be the end of the roads only. So here we'll add that. Yeah, then let's just remove some of this. I want all of this to be long. This might give us problems with homeless people, so I'm not sure if our parks are already having those issues. We have very little parks, so I don't think we're having that issue at the moment, so I think that's all good. What else do I want to add? So let's also add something of a, maybe like a sports, not really a sports center, but something that people can use. So since this is near a suburban area, I'm thinking, or not a suburban but a low density area, I'm thinking of maybe adding some like that. I think that's okay. So the walkway is still walkable for people. Now, can we adjust that? And I think that's good. I think that is perfectly set there, although I don't like that one of the tree or one of the hedges are extending. So can I remove that? If I remove that, I remove everything, so we'll just leave it at that. Maybe we can remove just the hedges, and then let's put, do I put a set of hedges there? I don't think we'll do that. We'll leave it just at that, like that. So that's good. Now I also want to move surface. Okay, so I think that's good. So this is a park, so this will increase the happiness of the people. Now I want to have some something here. Maybe let's add something like that will allow us to put parking lots here. So do we want medium parking lot? No, let's add 2 medium parking lots there. I mean, that allows people going here to the hospital and to Sacrifield to park there. And then what else? We can also add a little more parks here. Add this. I don't think this is connected, so let's connect this. A little more better. I just want the grass to look better. So I think that's good. I think that's it for now on this side. Now let's keep expanding our homes here. I really want to have, though it doesn't fit all the way through, but we'll leave it at that. Then we'll have trees again. I want to have trees along the side of the road. I think it just looks prettier than the usual where we fill everything up. Then I want some trees here. I want to have that. Then let's leave some areas with just trees. I mean, I don't think it hurts that we don't fill everything up at the moment. Okay, so that looks a lot better. The only thing missing now is that I want to establish transportation. So I want to establish my buses. So buses are essentially our I want buses to be our first transit option. So let's put a bus there. Our bus depot will be across or along our industrial area. Now, do this. We actually don't want to have bus stations just like this. Let's just add shelters and signs. So I want to use the NA asset. Now I'm thinking of having our buses use a different road just because this is already congested, right? So I'm thinking of having buses travel here. Maybe have this as an exclusive bus zone. So maybe we can do that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's upgrade this. That's just a bus only road. Now buses will enter that. Then they can go ahead and road, right? Then they can enter our main arterial. Now this is a 4-laner, so I will also want to have our buses use an express lane for buses here. Just that area, and then come this side. I'm thinking let's just extend this up to the area. Buses will take up your roads, so that is, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but hopefully it will be a good thing. Hopefully people will use the bus stops that we, or the bus signs that we create, and then we'll have buses. I don't want this to be bus exclusive since this is an industrial zone and trucks might need to use the roads here. So we'll just end here, maybe end the bus only roads there. Then we want to establish our bus stops. So my first bus stop, I would like to have buses coming in here in the middle of our industrial zone. Maybe we can have a bus stop there, then across the road as well. So that will be our only bus stop there. And then I want a bus stop maybe this area, right? So there, our first bus stops there. Then we'll have a little bit here since these are taller, higher density buildings. So what else? Where else? Maybe we can add bus stops here. So maybe we can add a couple here up until the end of this. Yeah. And then I also want to see some bus stops on this road, since this is a school zone, although we don't want to have buses straight on that road. So maybe we can add bus stops there, and then bus stops here, right? And then I think just that, or maybe up to, I think just these areas. Hopefully people use them. Let's now set up our bus line tool. So we will probably just have a bus line for our residences to circle around our city. I'm thinking we start here on the school area, then go here and go back. We can add waypoints here, right? We can probably do this like that. Okay, and then going back around. Now I'm thinking I didn't place these stops correctly since I missed one here. So can we redo everything? I just do the stops. Okay, so let's start over. I'm thinking I think I misplaced my bus stops. I started on the wrong side. So let's do this. Then we want to add a waypoint here. Then oops. Okay, so let's add a waypoint here. Use the bus only road. Add a waypoint. Oops, I always misclick. Add a waypoint so they can turn, the buses can turn that road. Now I missed something here again. I missed this bus, so maybe we'll just remove the bus stop there. And let's do that. Okay, then we have a waypoint again. We can probably add a waypoint here, here, and then end the route there. Although as I've mentioned, I completely missed this one. But can I remove you? It's removed. Now we also want to have, well, I want to have another bus stop. I forgot to add bus stops here. Facility is full. What's this? Is generation plant. So we currently have issues with our garbage processing. So let me fix that quickly. Thinking of just using the incineration plants. So abandon that first. Okay, I hope I don't lose track. We don't have the money to use the incineration plant, so I don't think we can do that just because of financial issues, but we can definitely extend. And should we also add another garbage facility? Currently we don't have a place where we can process our garbage. How much are recycling centers? You know what, let's unlock that. We can't afford recycling centers, so I'm thinking temporarily to just add a garbage facility that have the alley road. This will be just temporary until we can afford the new garbage facility that we unlocked. So just be temporarily. Actually don't want to use landfills, and as you can see it fills up, and then once it's filled can't process garbage anymore. But we will definitely, once we have the money, we will definitely try to use the incineration plant. So last thing that I wanted to do is to add bus stops here and here. Yeah, so that will allow people from this area of the town to go to their work. So let's also add bus stops here and here. Now what this will do is I want people coming down on this, or getting off the buses on this line, to come to this line and ride the bus going to their work. A lot of people are already using the pathway, so I'm not sure if this will have if this will give people some incentive to use the buses. This might buses are still faster, but I'm not really sure if can I not add a waypoint here. What it's doing is it's looping all the way there. So let's see what happens. Hopefully that is still good. Now let's add a waypoint here for the bus to turn around. Complete the route. Okay. So taking a look at that, I want the colors to be. So first let's name the stop. So this is the first stop. This is our residential. Let's name it first residential bus line. Okay. And then this will be our first residential to industrial bus line. So you know what, let's add spaces here. So this is our residential bus line. So I want this to be, this is residential, then I want this some kind of yellowish. Okay, just to distinguish. And then we have 10 stops here, 5 buses, and then 6 buses here. I think we can reduce the buses here since this is a shorter line, right? This will be a shorter line with very limited stops. So I think having 3 buses there is good. We will be monitoring the usage of this since I'm not seeing people use this. There are only 5 passengers there. But hopefully, as time goes on, we will see more people. There are already 200 people using the first bus line, so the residential bus line. The good thing about this is looping around the city, but it also allows people to drop off the school. The only bad thing that I'm seeing is if you're living here, you wouldn't want to take the bus just to go across the town, get to the school. I don't think that is essentially a good idea. But people from this dense area could drive the bus here and then drop off schools there. Now we are having a lot of issues with our health. So let's just crank this up to 100 before we end the episode. I'm thinking that should ease up the things that we are seeing. Hospital, we have a bunch of patients here, although our ambulances are not catering to everybody. We have issues there, and we have a lot of issues here. Hopefully that gets resolved. And yeah, I think this is a good place to end the episode. We still have a project in the future of adding suburban areas here, and maybe, as I've mentioned, here in the forest and then the coast. But I guess we'll end here, right? I think this is a very good place to end the episode. Hopefully I didn't have any audio issues and the audio is clear. But yeah, we will end here. I appreciate you guys for watching. If you reach the end of the episode, I don't think a lot of people are reaching the end, but if you reach the end of the episode and then if you like what we did this episode, I hope you give a like and a comment. If you have any suggestions or feedback, any positive or negative feedback is greatly appreciated, and subscribe. So yeah, thanks everybody. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.